Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Crypto Takeover coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. And on today's video, we're going to be looking over the Bitcoin charts to see what's happening here. We're currently at 6,300. Sorry about that. So we're going to see what might be happening here, whether or not we're going to have a little bit of a sell-off sideways. Is this a new trading zone for us, trading range to say the least? We're going to dive into the chart to see what we can see. So if that sounds interesting to y'all, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that I make. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're looking at our 15-minute chart right now. And I know for the most part I've been pretty bearish on this channel about Bitcoin, but I do want to try and consider some of the bullish sentiment right now on it, just because we've had a pretty nice move to the upside here, and I want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence and staying on top of what I need to as well inside of the market. So we can see right now that when our daily opened, we kind of had a little bit of a test of the VWAP here, and bulls just decided to continue to move this to the upside. Looks like we went all the way up to about 7,100. Wow. Okay, so we broke 7K just barely, and wicked, we at least wicked through it. So now we're finding a little bit of support here at our new fib channel, and so this is kind of what I want to keep an eye on to see whether or not this is going to be enough support for us to maybe have a trading range here that we continue in this fib channel here, or whether or not we're going to continue back down to the downside. So let's take a look. Our 15-minute chart is also telling us that our money flow is kind of moving into the red just a little bit, kind of rounding off. Money flow here on our 15 minutes, kind of rounding off just a tad bit. So what I would want to see here, maybe if I was going to make an entry to short it, is to probably wait for a big green dot down here. Once I get a signal of a big green dot, I would try to see how much further this blue wave is going to come up. Whenever this blue wave maybe makes its way past the zero pivot point, I would probably want to enter a short position there and maybe just continue to ride this down. We're already seeing some of the sell-off happen of if this is going to turn red. And then once this money flow turns red, I would imagine that we'll just start to see a little bit more of a sell-off too, or maybe some consolidation depending on how that money flow decides to move out to the side. Looking at our 30-minute time frame here as well, we can also see that money flow is still kind of moving off to the side just a tad bit. No big indications of it going into the red, but we can see that we are starting to try to move down past that zero pivot point on our money flow. Our blue wave is also underneath the zero pivot point right now too, so we probably want to see a big green dot form as well and maybe consider a position. I think right now it's probably too early to tell what exactly is going to be support or resistance for us. As we start to move into some of these higher time frames, then we can kind of take a look and see. Our 1 hour finally gave us that green money flow that we had been waiting for. So now that we're starting to move into this green money flow as well, we can anticipate maybe some more moves to the upside. So we can move all the way up. It may not be much of a move, but this could be a next range of consolidation for us, as we might see it right now, given our fib channel that we are currently in. So, and I really just wanted to do a deeper analysis on the charts today, just to see what might be happening and where we're getting support, resistance, all those good things too. So currently still sitting above our 21 EMA on our 1 hour. So that'll be an indication that we need to probably hold above this. If not, we might wick down to maybe our 50 or our 100, which is at about 6K. So that is a possibility that we could still come back and retest that 6K. I know I was kind of hoping for a retest to 6K. Never quite got it the other day because I think we were entering some short positions like right about here. We never really got that retest to 6K. And so boom, we shot up But from looks on the 1 hour here, I would say that maybe a 6K retest would be plausible. It may not be a big move to the downside. It may be just a quick wick, but it is a possibility that we could go and see maybe later on in the future. Make sure I got everything. Hey, so if y'all want to get signed up for the newsletter, go ahead and get signed up for us. So I know YouTube has, they've taken a lot of their employees, I guess, off and let them work from home or something like that. I got a notification from YouTube saying that some of the videos could end up getting strikes or whatever based on just the algorithm and not having a manual review. So if anything happens to this channel, I want to be able to keep y'all updated on it, and y'all need to go ahead and be signed up for the newsletter so that way I can keep y'all up to date with what other platforms I might be moving to, and ways that I can keep in touch with y'all. And also I do giveaways every once in a while, so if y'all want to qualify for the giveaways, y'all need to be signed up for the newsletter. I think the next giveaway I'm trying to do at 5K subs, so we still got a little while to go, but if y'all get signed up, then y'all will definitely have a chance to win. And then also in the newsletters, I like to send out posts that I post on my Patreon page, and right now I'm working on a few different methods about how to scalp during these times of sideways trading. So I'll be posting some new private videos in the Patreon page as well, maybe over the next couple of days. So keep a lookout for that. If y'all do want to join, y'all can feel free to sign up. Y'all can also sign up to become a VIP private signals member as well through the Patreon page. There's only a few spots left. I think maybe only 9 spots left right now. I'm just getting an influx of people joining the VIP group, and I just don't want there to be a lot of noise in there. And I already feel like a little bit that it's pretty crowded in there right now. But I think I'll limit this next group of people, and then decide whether or not I want to continue to allow new clients to join the VIP group or not. And so if you are still interested in it, you need to go ahead and get signed up now before those spots fill up. And then also on my Patreon page, I put all my private videos in there. I tell y'all what altcoins I'm in heavy accumulation of. There's 2 major altcoins that I'm in heavy accumulation of that I'm DCAing in every single week. And one of them could actually flip the market cap of Bitcoin itself. So I give y'all those videos in there, and tell y'all how to set up different things in TradingView, such as my Wells buy sell indicator, which is a custom setting that I use, and then also my Aldo EMAs, which is another custom EMA setting that I use in there. And y'all get those videos once y'all become a Patreon member, so check that out. Y'all can join the Discord group. It is free to join, but the private VIP signal section is you have to pay for it. And then also the Telegram group is free, so feel free to join our Telegram group if you'd like. I give updates in there about what's going on, what I see on the charts, and what to look out for with crypto takeover, and some other things to look out for in Bitcoin as well. And there's a lot of news that's being pushed in the media right now, and sometimes I'll do updates in there on what to be expecting, so I hope everyone's doing safe out there though for right now. So we can see on our 1 hour, we are currently getting a nice little red dot sell off here. But that doesn't mean that we could have, some of these lower time frames are already bottoming out too. So we could probably see that this, we might get a green dot here to send us back to the upside, and maybe retest like that 7K area. Once again, if we hold above our 21 EMA, I would say that holding above our 21 EMA would be key right now. I'll just have to take some looks and see. We have a sell on our 2 hour right now as well. This may end up consolidating out just a tad bit, but I would say that once we consolidate out, if we get another big green dot, we could totally have another push to the upside here. Currently having support by our 13 EMA. This red sell-off, I don't think it would send us all the way down to our 21 EMA. This red dot, or a blue wave, I don't think it'd send us all the way back down to 21, but I would say that this is a nice little body with some wicks on it, that it will probably hold support here to continue to move back to the upside once we get a green dot here on our 2 hour as well. And then as we move into our 4 hour, currently see that we came back up and retested that 100 EMA on our 4-hour, which was a good indication that I was looking for. You know, I think I got overall a little bit bearish on this trend, you know, based on higher time frames, but I know that those just take a while to play out anyways. So what I want to see is we have a red dot here as well. But I honestly feel that this will probably end up moving into that greenish area given this time as well. So I would say that this 4-hour will probably move into that green area sometime soon. I may end up looking for a long position here just to kind of do some scalping with, and I would say that that could probably end up sending us up to this 200 EMA, which is at about 7,500. And we could see that by maybe this weekend. I know that price volatility over the weekend tends to get a little bit crazy sometimes. So depending on where our CME closes at, then we can see what price action we might get just based on some of these other charts here that stay open all the time, right? And I think that it's probably going to be a pretty crazy weekend. I would imagine that there's going to be a lot of volatility going on into the weekend. We just need to be at the ready for it and be allowing ourselves room to move. And so one key thing that I had gotten from one of my mentors when it comes to trading is that how much are you willing to lose in the market? You need to figure that out first before you even just put in a trade. How much are you willing to lose? And so that's one of the things I've been kind of reminding myself is, oh man, like, okay, how much am I willing to lose? You know, and instead of thinking about all the gains, I want to say to myself, how much am I willing to lose? And then go based on that too as well. So that's just one thing that I feel like even some people in the group, I have to remind them sometimes as well, is like, hey, make sure that your risk management is good, and make sure that you're using proper risk management. Make sure that you're not risking too much, right? So the 4-hour, or actually once I get into the 6-hour, I would say that this money flow is still kind of rounding, like it wants to come down just a tad bit. I would say that once we put in this red dot up above, we're going to probably see some sideways movement here. I think I just want to honestly kind of stay out of this right now. You know, this 4-hour looks pretty bullish, but also we're getting a red dot here. I would say that I would need to see this red dot come back down maybe below our 0 pivot, put in another little trigger wave for us, and then maybe take this back to the upside there. So I think that that's probably what I'll wait for, and just stay patient right now and allow the market to do what it needs to do in order to get the proper setup for us. So as we can go into our 8-hour, we can see that we're starting to still move into this this money flow starting to round off just a tad bit as well. We had a nice substantial sell-off on our 8-hour, and we did really well in calling these two sell-offs here. We both called these moves to the downside and made some really nice gains, especially in the VIP group as well. But now we're anticipating maybe a reversal that we just need to keep an eye on too as well. And so as we get into our 8-hour, we can start to see that we are kind of topping out just a tad bit, but our money flow is still rounding for us. So we could get one more leg down to the downside after these red dots start to form for us as well. And then going into our 12-hour money flow is still in the red, just a tad bit. So I think that we're still going to see a little bit more of resistance here. I'm not feeling safe to trade this right now, so I think that I'll just kind of wait to stay out of this and decide what's going to happen from there, and go ahead and go with that on take, and just see what we can decide from here. So if y'all are interested in upgrading y'all's trading view plan, I use the premium plan now, thanks to CryptoFace. So shout out to him. And you can also use the Pro Plus plan. I was using Pro Plus before, which allowed 5 indicators on the screen. If you are using Market Cipher, I totally recommend either the Pro Plus plan or the premium. The premium, I have access to the seconds charts, which is pretty freaking cool. So I can see really nice price volatility through there and try and do some scalping. But if you are using Pro Plus plan, it just allows you to have a few more indicators. So like I have my whales buy sell signal and also all the EMAs on there and the smooth moving average. So feel free to upgrade using that link in the description box to help support the channel. That would be awesome. So we're getting this move back up above. I would say that I would feel more comfortable taking a position if I see some, some strong indicators of price movements to the upside or downside. So currently just waiting, sitting this one out right now. And our 21. Also getting some nice wick move to the upside here. And so on our 12-hour, we got wicked. We wicked up to the 50 EMA 7100. So looked like that was holding a little bit of resistance for us. And I think that we're probably going to come up and retest it again to see what's going to happen. And if we do come back up to retest it, I would say that our 100 EMA may be a possibility, which is our 200 EMA, which is at about 7,900. So we could come back up and retest that too as well. So we just really need to keep a keen eye on what's happening right now. Is this our new trading range? So I do believe that this was the 618. We did tap the 618, and now we're headed a little bit further up. So I could honestly do a fib retracement to see what, if we did a fib retracement from way back here, to see where our 618 would be, which is at about that, that 50 EMA as well. So that is a possibility that, we still move sideways from here because we did test that 618 to just see what's going to happen, whether or not we go lower. And so then as we get into our 21-hour, we can also see that we are starting to move a little bit more to the upside here as well, breaking through our 0 pivot point. And then our red money flow could still hold us down just a tad bit. It's really going to be based on the momentum though. And then our 1 day moving into that red money flow. But it does look like we still want to start to move back to this upside here. So currently the money flow is trying to move back to the upside. So we'll see exactly what happens there. We're getting our first Heikin-Ashi candle on our 1 day that is turning green. So that is another bullish sign for us as well. 21 EMA is being tested right now. And then I would say that we definitely need to come back up and get above our 21 EMA to have any type of sign of somewhat of a reversal. But I'm thinking that if from our 6 hour, if we start to get a little bit of rejection here, then I might end up considering a short position just because I think that the same rejection could occur. But I think that our 1 day green Heikin-Ashi is going to give us a little bit more of an uptrend right now. So we'll just have to play it safe going on into the weekend. Probably stay off of it for right now and just let it ride, let things settle down to see what the market wants to do and what movement it wants to take. Our 2 day wicked up to the 13 EMA, found resistance there. And you can see that we're getting quite a few death crosses here on our 2 day as well. We have a big green dot, which is nice, and a buy signal that has formed. But give or take, we're going to have to see how this weekend goes and what the price volatility is going to have for us then. So then going into our 3 day, we can see our 3 day also still in the red money flow right now as well. Currently wanting to maybe put in a green dot for us. So I would feel a little bit more bullish if we had a big green dot. Now, I don't know if we're going to get that big green dot like we're looking for, but it is a possibility. We'll just kind of have to keep an eye on it to see. But I would feel a little bit more bullish if we start to get some bigger green dots down here as well on our money flow. And so also what I'm thinking is that, we could be repeating something back over here where, we had this little nice spike to the upside, and then as our money flow started to trickle off, we just had some Christmas lights happening here and then a big drop back down to the downside. What I really am setting up for probably is this 21 crossing below our 100, and which happened right back over here. The 21 crossed below the 100, and we had a nice capitulation drop there. So this could be the precursor to it, or this could have already been the capitulation drop. But because this is our 5-day, we're going to have to wait to see what's going to happen, probably based on the next few weeks. So right now I just want to maintain good standing. So I would say that our lower time frames are looking a little bit bullish right now. Our lower time frames, and then our higher time frames or our mid time frames still indicate maybe some sell pressure right now, and then our higher time frames are really kind of in between right now. So our mid time frames still indicating that we could have some upwards potential, but money flow is still in the red right now. So let's go back to our 5-day sell signal here as well. I think we only had the buy signal all the way up until our 2-day. Had the buy signal on our 3-day. Currently testing the waters right now. So it has painted, but let's see if it confirms. And then I wonder if our 4-day has gotten it yet. Let's take a look at our 4-day. 4-day, no buy signal just yet. Okay. 5-day. Still looks like we have some more downwards movement to happen. And then same with our 6-day. So we're starting to see a little bit of maybe some Darth Maul candles, maybe some doji candles form here too, indicating a potential reversal that could happen. So we will keep an eye on that. Guys, if y'all are just interested in buying and hodling, which is totally, I recommend it. If that is your strategy, then go for it. Power to you for just being able to buy and hold too. So you can use Ledger Nano X or S to store your crypto. I think right now Ledger is doing a free Ledger Nano X giveaway whenever you buy, or Ledger Nano S giveaway whenever you buy your Ledger Nano X. So use that link in the description box below and get your free Ledger Nano S when you buy X. I have both. I use both of them. They're both pretty convenient for the most part. If you're on the go a lot, the Ledger Nano X is awesome. But if you're just wanting to put crypto and store it in the safe, then the Ledger Nano S is the way to go. We use Bybit on my channel, so I have gotten word that Bybit is going to be coming out with a new upgrade pretty soon. So the upgrade is actually going to allow you to hedge trade your current position. So if you have one position open, you can open up a second position and trade against it, which is pretty freaking cool. So right now we're kind of using 2 different accounts to do that sometimes, and that's kind of what my VIP members were talking about the other day too, but they're going to allow you to open up 2 positions now here in the near term future. So I think they're actually testing it out right now, and I can keep y'all up to date with how that goes and how that turns out. But I think that'll be pretty good in case you get caught in a bad trade or something. If you want to scalp it the other way, you can, without having to close for a loss, because maybe it might go back the other way too, which is pretty neat. But we'll test it out on testnet first. I've been working a lot with testnet just because I've been trying to make sure that the scalping methods that I'm using too are also working. So with that being said, y'all can get signed up with the Bybit link in the description box, but make sure you check out the testnet first if you are brand new to leverage trading, or if you're brand new to Bybit in general. You want to make sure that you get used to the platform, understand what marketing in and what market orders are, what limit orders are, what laddering orders does. all that good stuff. Check it out and feel free to use the link in the description to help support the channel. If you're a USA citizen, you can use Prime XBT to leverage trade as well. Bitcoin, S&P 500, gold and silver, fiat currencies, all using Bitcoin. So check it out. It's pretty neat. And then also, if you are using a browser, I would totally recommend using the Brave browser. It pays you in BAT token to basically browse the web. Nice little way to earn some passive income on the side. So right now I get paid in BAT token every single month by clicking an ad down here in the bottom right hand corner that pops up, and then it pays you a percentage of that money in BAT token. So pretty freaking cool. Also use CryptoTab browser to mine Bitcoin from my web browser. So if you are interested in earning a little bit more passive income, feel free to download CryptoTab browser. You just start it right up. You log in with your Google email, and you can run it on I have it running on 2 other computers right now that I don't really use anymore. And also you can run it on your phone or your tablets that you don't really use either. A nice way to earn passive income. Then also you can follow me on Crypto Takeover Instagram and the Twitter page too as well. I'm more active on the Twitter page. And if you do want to message me, just feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible on there as well. So we're going to finish up the charts real quick. So we can see we're having a little bit of a nice little doji candle form here too, which yeah, I feel good about this, honestly. Like, this is maybe a good pivot point for us as well. This, if we don't end up getting this death cross here, then I would say that it might be a good indication that I just wanted to see what happened back here before our death cross. I mean, we had some nice Heikenashi's form, but then it was still a lot of sideways movement for us as well before we got the capitulation move to the downside. So whenever we got that capitulation move, I mean, our 13 crossed our 21 or our 100 first, and then we got our 21 crossing. So that is a possibility that I would say that if I see that 13 EMA cross below our 100, then I'll probably want to look for a position at that time. Until then, I would say that we could see some sideways movement here. And I'll probably just stay out of it for right now until the next couple of weeks, and then just see what's going to happen from there. So let's take a look at our weekly, see what's happening here too. So our weekly still has a sell signal. This won't close until the end of Sunday, and then we'll get a new candle that opens. And we can also see that currently sitting above our 100 EMA on our green, which is a nice little sit above, but it is testing it pretty heavily right now at about 5,800. So if we get another move back down below 5,800, then I would say that this is probably going to be not going to hold for us, to be honest. So then we could see, the test to the smooth moving average at 4K. Yeah, I would say that this is just probably a no trading range for me right now. I'm probably just going to stay out of it just to be safe, and just take the safe route around this too as well. Yeah. So let's go back to our 2 week, see what's happening here. Had that blood diamond that formed for us, indicating some more nice sell-off here. Sitting above our 100 EMA, but maybe not going to hold too well, which is at about 5,800. So yeah, I would say that if we see a nice move to the downside here probably within the next couple of weeks, that 50 or that 100 EMA is probably not going to hold for us. Going into our 21-day chart, which is equivalent to our 3 week, can also see that we are trying to sit above, our body is trying to sit above the 50 EMA, but we're getting a nice little red dot here on our 21-day. It could send us a little bit lower to the downside as well. And then going into our monthly also currently sitting below our 21 EMA. The next support for our body would be at our 50 EMA at about 5,600. So that's another indicator for us that we need to keep an eye on as well, moving into our 3-month chart. wick down below our 21 EMA as well. Let's see if on our regular candles, I'm just curious. Okay. So it's still just a wick for the most part on our regular candles. But if we start to close below, if our body starts to close below our 13, which is at 6,200 in our 3-month chart, that might look a little bearish, to be honest. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I'll be keeping my VIP members up to date on what I'm doing right now. But as of right now, this choppy sideways movement, I think I'll just stay out of it for right now and just see what is to occur for the next move and get ready for the next big move probably. So thanks for everyone for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. CTO is signing out.